Okay, so we are back on another mowing job today. Got about, give or take, acre and a half to cover. It's a sort of development site that's being developed. So we are just down here to get it all mown off. There's sort of like three or a large paddock that's been divided into three out the back that isn't being touched, and it's just kind of grown a bit wild. So this is all the area in question, sort of everything this side of the fence. There is a dividing fence going down the middle, and there will be another one sort of running along this line here, but they've not put that one up yet, which is handy. So yeah, fairly tall, probably, I don't know, maybe about a foot in places, but we got the old Grillo 7 Series out with us today, the rough cut. She's a handy old tool, so she'll be absolutely fine with all of this. And then we've got to do just sort of a little bit of hand trimming around all the posts. And then there's a small paddock right over in the far corner that you can't actually get to with the machine. So we're going to do that behind as well. But yeah, so nice little Saturday morning job. Going to get unloaded and crack on. So yeah, the Grillo is it's basically like a low centre of gravity rough cut ride-on lawnmower. This particular model is part of the 7 Series. So it is 4-wheel drive. Yeah, 4-wheel drive, low centre of gravity, ideal for, you know, sort of bankside mowing and you know, any sort of rough vegetation. Easily handle, you know, sort of saplings and bracken and all of that kind of stuff. They're actually really impressive little machines for what they are. You know, a lot of people look at them and don't think much of them, but it's actually very surprising what you can get cut with them. Yeah, they're pretty robust. So it's a little Briggs & Stratton 660cc V-twin, I think. Yeah, V-twin. Some of them came with the Kawasaki V-twin, but this particular model is the Briggs. But yeah, really good bits of kit. I've had this one now for probably 3 years. Had no issues with it whatsoever, other than the exhaust pipes that come from basically the cylinder head to the muffler. They seem to be sort of poorly made, or maybe, I don't know, some sort of inferior steel or whatever, because they keep blowing. Keep replacing them, they keep blowing. And had a choke cable seize. Other than that, she's been good as gold. Touch wood, she remains that way. let's get this old girl off. I'll give you a quick walkthrough on it, and then yeah, we'll crack on. So I'll give you a quick walkthrough on the old Grillo. So the lime green mean machine. So yeah, Grillo Climber 7 Series, little low centre of gravity, 4-wheel drive. You can get them in 2-wheel drive or 4. So you've literally just got on your deck, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but you've just got 2 swinging tips. Hold on. Yeah, you just got 2 sort of swinging tips on the end. Excuse my phone. And that's pretty much it. Hydrostatic drive. So you've literally just got your forward and back on your hand. There's no, yeah, it's not on the foot. So it's literally all controlled via that. Obviously you've got your brake. That is diff lock. And then you've just got your selective up and down, you know, 1 through to 6. So yeah, it's a real versatile little machine, to be fair. Whether it's, like I say, the more sort of heavy duty, you know, brush, bracken, bramble, all that kind of stuff, or whether you just want to mow grass with it, you know, it really is a pretty versatile little machine. Yeah, probably one of my best purchases, I think. Certainly my favourite. It's good fun. But yeah, little Briggs and Stratton, little unit there. These are the bits that I was on about, the exhaust pipes. Literally just from there to the muffler, they just rust out. So she's chain driven on the axle. There's one of the little differentials in there. Obviously you've got all your belts and stuff underneath, but yeah, we won't go too far into that. But yeah, that's a little overview of the little Grillo Climber. So we're going to crack on and get this done before the rain comes. Let's go. So for some reason, the audio that was in these clips when I downloaded it was all corrupt. Um, so we don't actually have any audio for them. And I thought rather than wasting the footage that we got, we'll do the best we can. But all I'm explaining is that here we have the first half that's all done. We're now moving into the second smaller paddock, which is the last paddock that we can get the machine in, and then we've got that last small paddock round the corner, but that one will have to be done by hand because we can't actually sort of physically get the machine in. Um, so we'll be doing that with the strimmer. So yeah, this paddock itself, like I say, this is the smaller one out of the two. The grass in this one is probably a little bit longer, coming up to about 1.5 foot. You can see there it's just coming up to my knee. So yeah, it's fairly thick, fairly long. A lot of this in the paddocks is couch grass, so it's quite a thick sort of coarse grass. And then what we'll be doing is coming over to this boundary line. We'll be taking out all this cow parsley around the back of this cherry tree, and we'll be following sort of along this hedgerow, not going too far into the hedgerow because they want to sort of keep the cover, and then going down into this bottom corner, and there's a load of nettles down there that need to come out. So, but all that's well within the reach of the lime green machine. So yeah, that's what we're getting up to now. I was actually just trying to give you a bit of a better perspective on how long the grass was, sort of up against the mower. So as you can see there, where we've come along and cut, and that's what it looks like on the mower. So it just gives you a bit of a better sort of focal point for you to sort of be able to see how long the actual grass is. So then I went on to just simply explain that the sort of the cutting width or the swath width of the mower is just shy of 1 metre. Sits at about 750 mil. You get per sort of swath with the mower, and then was basically saying that so we've cut the grass down to the length is about 5 inches now after the cut. Could have gone a little bit lower, but I didn't really want to because the grass was so long. I didn't want to be too aggressive. I mean, we were being aggressive enough with it, but I didn't want to be any more aggressive. and risk the possibility of maybe killing some of the grass off or anything like that. So I'd rather be safe than sorry than end up completely scalping the paddock. So we'll crack on. So here we are now that all the mowing's done. We're literally just jumping on the strimmer, and literally just running up along, you know, along the fence lines and around the posts, just the areas where we couldn't get to with the mower. Literally just trimming those off, and then you'll see in a minute that we'll be heading off into that last paddock to do the final bit of trimming. So that's us all done. We're actually just getting loaded up now, and we'll be on our way. So yeah, not a bad day for a Saturday. So we started at 7 this morning, and it's now it's literally just gone past 1. So yeah, not too bad. We used probably about 10 litres worth of fuel in combination with the Grillo and the brush cutter or strimmer. I mean, we was only strimming really for probably not even quite an hour, I wouldn't have thought. You know, fortunately we were able to get most of it with this old girl. It was literally just running up those, running up underneath the fence in that last little paddock. Not too bad. Didn't have any issues, which is always a pleasure. It's not often the case, but when it does happen, I certainly will take it, because, like I say, it doesn't happen often. Get over there, fatty. So yeah, what's happening here? That's what's happening. I'll come a bit further forward this time. It's all right. That'll be okay. So, like an absolute plum, actually, the one thing that I forgot today, which is probably the last thing you want to forget, is my glasses. So, yeah, luckily I didn't end up with any muck in the eye, but fortunately I did remember my brush, so I could brush the old machines off, which is good, because that'd have been a bad day. But anyway, we are all done. And that is the finished article. Certainly looks much better than what it did before. But yeah, so like I say, started at 7, finished at 1. 10 litres worth of fuel, both machines, obviously a bit two-stroke. Yeah, and this, so I plotted this out on AgriPlot, and the whole thing, the entirety is just Bear with. I'll have a look. 1.46 of an acre. So yeah, not too bad. Not massive, but not too bad. Not like I say, nice little Saturday job. So we're all loaded up anyway. We're going to get off back to the yard, get unloaded, and then get on home and have a nice cold one, I think. Yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one.